Hello folks, and welcome back to our playthrough of Stellaris with the Fallen Republic mod, playing the Empire here. So hopefully I'll be a little bit more awake while I'm recording this series of episodes. Couple things. First off, Windows was weird and changed up some of my mic settings. I think I've changed it back, but I did have to take off the gain on OBS because when I had it on, it was going too much into the red. So let me know. This is going to be the first of, well, probably I'm going to record all for this week. So if the audio sounds weird, let me know, and I'll try to fix it in the following episodes. I will check this one out, hopefully, anyways, if I remember, when I'm done. Another thing, too, I've decided, if you follow me on Twitch, I've decided to take a little break from streaming, just because more and more it feels like I just don't have the time for it. Honestly, I don't know how I used to do it, streaming like 3 days a week, even when I was still working regularly and all that. Yeah, I've just kind of gotten burnt out, so I'm going to take a break from streaming, but continue YouTube. The Fallen Republic series has been relatively successful and all that, so you know what, it's definitely worth continuing. So we'll do this. Cyberpunk comes out in November, so definitely want to do that. So that'll probably be covered here on YouTube. I haven't decided how I want to do that yet. If it's going to be 30 minutes, hour episodes, I don't know yet. We'll see. All right, so we are currently in a war of overlordship with the Commerce Guild. So they don't really have a whole lot going for them. This war should be relatively quickly. We have Pelian's fleet there. Tarkin is also hanging out. All right, so it should be easy enough to do.
Transport en route.
Also, I just realized I need to start up my Stellaris music. Yeah, I've been running a playlist of all the Stellaris background soundtracks while doing my playthroughs, because obviously if I was doing the soundtrack that's in Fallen Republic, I'd get all manner of copyright flags.
Research complete.
Transport en route.
Orbital Battle Station Logistics. Project Stardust predictive models show all engineering challenges we have been able to predict and accounted for. Now we have to iron out the logistics of building an entire moon. We need to find ways to produce, or procure, I should say, and ship to the construction site a planetoid's worth of durasteel, several oceans of hypermatter fuel, armies of laborers, and the food and supplies necessary to support these laborers, all while maintaining secrecy of Stardust's mandate. One small step for man, one giant leap for obfuscatory bureaucracy. The Death Star research has been done. So, to do that, I'm guessing I have to build a megastructure. Is how we do it, right? Yes, DS1 Orbital Battle Station construction stage. So, let's see. Let's check out the search. Turn down the music there because it's getting a little louder. So do we have despair here? As far as, well, that's for star systems. I want to say despair, which was the original location for the Death Star. We don't even know what this is. There's a pirate fleet there, so that makes things more difficult. Fudge. Fudge, fudge, fudge. That's all I can say. So I'm not sure where we're going to start work on the Death Star. Where is Geonosis? Apparently we're not getting the option for Geonosis here either. It could be because we're playing on a smaller map, or it's just named a different thing for the system. All right, so Pelian, you need to heal up, so we'll put you in orbit there. Tarkin, same thing.
Transport en route.
get the game moving up a little bit
Transport
better.
en route.
And this Tabana gas, we can go ahead and sell that.
I await your instructions.
Columnus. You know what? This may actually be a perfect spot. We have a barren world here. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it here. It's not canonical, but you know what? We don't have to be the most canonical. Alright, so it takes 100 influence, which is just what we have, and 5,000 alloys. Well, we have the alloys pretty well covered. So we'll get to work on it.
Transport en route.
Also, I want to say it was like TS... Oh, now I have to look up the name.
We're going to need maintenance after this.
But someone had mentioned on one of the most recent episodes that I need to get a fleet for Lord Vader. Which is honestly true. Lord Vader is a little lacking right now. You know, he's just sort of hanging around, not doing anything. Well, I guess... So he's probably off making his lightsaber or whatever if we're going on the canonical Faith of Vader. Next, alright, so we have this system partially occupied at Castel. Let's go take that. Also, some people have said as well that the recommendation, especially if you're playing like the Empire,
Our forces are bringing weapons to bear on a hostile fleet.
is you really want to go for like the Grand Admiral difficulty, and not focus on the scaling. The scaling probably doesn't have much of an effect, at least in this mod. Grand Admiral is more recommended. Obviously, it's a little too late for that now, but hopefully it'll still... The AI will still be inspired a little bit with everything that's going on. Fondor, let's upgrade your shipyard, because obviously Fondor should have relatively decent defenses.
Permission granted to land on platform 327.
Transport en route.
So what kind of defenses? Oh, this is pitiful. We can take this with our little army that we have there.
Imperial legions have landed. We expect the enemy to surrender shortly.
So what kind of fleet should we have for Lord Vader? I was thinking probably a fleet of just Star Destroyers would work. Let's see. So each Star Destroyer
As
takes
predicted, our invasion has brought a
26.
new world into the fold.
So I can make 2 of them right now. I could probably do some acclimators along with it. So that's 52 there. We'll throw an acclimator in as well. It's not going to be a perfect fleet, at least not yet. But it'll be something started for Lord Vader.
Our builders have completed their assignment.
Transport.
Alright, continuing our takeover. The next, well, let's see. Yeah, our forces should do pretty well at taking on the stations.
Transport.
As I may have said in
Consider
one
this
of
station
my
a strong
episodes here,
commander.
whether it's for the Empire playthrough or when I was with Merrick, I've noticed that the Venators seem to do pretty good against stations because they just have that large array of fighters. Now, I haven't taken any time to look and see, like, compare the TIE fighters and TIE bombers to any of the Rebel forces. Let's see, Scarab droids. Well, let's pause this just for a moment just to look at this. So Scarab droids, 12 units. Okay, whatever. Damage, 12 to 18. Versus the TIE fighter, 12 to 18. Less units, there's only 6 of them. Oh, that's because when you look at them, it's Scarab Droid Squadron ×2. I've noticed that there are some... I want to say it's mostly been stations, but I may have seen a unit that had it as well. the multiple of starfighters.
Imperial scientists have new advancements to show us.
Research. We've done... should I do leader enhancement? Sure, why not? Let's have some decent leaders that survive a few years. Alright. Oh my goodness. I look away for just a moment and suddenly all of my planets need some manner of work. So another recommendation I had was to focus on population. If we look at our Bacta, we have some Bacta going. Hesperidium or Hesperidium. I don't really want to focus too much on that because it only has a planet size of 8. Although I have to keep in mind too that there's 2 decisions. You know, I can add these districts and that will add another 10 districts to the overall selection. So really I'm not necessarily limited by that planet size. So you know what, we'll build droid assembly there. That will cover, well, oh, the Wookiees are gonna be slaves, so that won't exactly cover them. Let's do a mining district, I guess. And over here, we'll do, oh, droid assembly and a generator. Axum, we already have the droid assembly. So let's do, I'm gonna build 2 of these heavy industrial districts. Ukar. So you need a droid assembly. And you know what? Let's go for the clinic as well. We can use the clinics on our city worlds. And that might work out pretty well. Droid assembly and clinic. And already got the droid assembly here, so we'll do a clinic. And we'll do another heavy industrial. Kuwat, you're running low on amenities, so Hollow Theaters will be good for you. Fondor will do droid assembly. Nalastia. Droid assembly. But yeah, general idea is later on in the game, having that higher population will help. So in the long run, doing this will be useful. I don't think I want to build any more not droid assemblies. Clinics, because I think I'm going to be using up all the rest of the back that I have. Could do the hydroponics farms. Or actually, you know what? Let's focus on weapons here. So lasers, ions, starfighters, and then all the way up at the top, ammunition. Oh, and Naboo. Naboo, let's do droid assembly. And heritage centers, yes.
Transport en route.
Alright, all healed up again.
Research completed.
I will definitely say that, oh my god, okay. Buying all of that 5,000 alloys definitely took all my money. Fortunately, I'm making a decent amount. So I will definitely say that the Empire makes a very good amount of, like, their economy is very well set starting out. Tian Hegemony made a tributary out of the Mon Calamari. Well, that's interesting. That's going to take them away from joining the rebellion. Guardian of the Temple. The sea creature continued its pursuit, and the submersible was navigating through the narrow columns of an ancient temple structure that was proof in itself that the legends had been true. A holographic image of the Watch Commander appeared. We have been studying the navigational patterns of that creature. It is indeed following you, but taking great care not to damage those ruins. We believe that might be intentional, as if this creature is a guardian intent on protecting the place from our intrusion. Alarms sounded a warning as the ship shook again. The sea creature had caught the vessel with a stroke of its tail.
Completed.
The submersible would not be able to withstand the attacks much longer.
Our
Oh, no.
builders have completed their assignment.
Forge districts will take you on. And you know what? Let's do the Research Institute now. We got to do the Research Institute. So let's see. Fondor. I think I was going to focus on you to be our main research location. Yes, I think that was what I was going to do. Do I even have... Okay, I do. I was like, do I have someone here doing research assistance? But I do, actually. So that's good. One less thing to worry about. Consumer goods, we will sell some of you. Same with the food. Okay, to any, well, I doubt I'm going to have a Stellaris developer watch this, but if a Stellaris developer did, one thing I don't like about the UI, because I've done this multiple times now, is, you know, I want to go over to consumer goods. Well, yes, you can click this, but I also feel like you should be able to click on consumer goods. Instead, what happens is it just closes out. So if you want to go to something else, once you've opened this, you actually have to do it down here. Otherwise, you close it out. That's always been something that's a little irritating to me, as far as the UI goes. But, I mean, they are still trying to make some improvements to it all, so... You guys will... Okay, so I should be able to take this next planet, and they will succumb. Imperial confiscation increases target Empire's ship build time while reducing our own, or the Empire Day celebrations. We'll do the confiscation. Now, who to target? No, I don't want to target. There we go, the Republic Loyalists. But yeah, I don't want to target the Mon Calamari because they've just been taken over, so they're not going to present much of a challenge to begin with. I have an entertainer option available, but apparently Wookiee slaves can't be entertainers. It's very disappointing. What? You are done with your fleet for Lord Vader. So let's put Vader aboard and we'll upgrade it. So what stats does Vader have? He reduces upkeep. He increases the ship fire rate +5 and sublight speed +10. Unyielding. So his combat disengagement chance goes down. Well, that's fine because we're not going to really focus too much on corvettes, which have the higher chance anyways. Instead, he gets a boost to hull points and weapon damage, which is nice again for the larger ships. And then he's the Dark Lord of the Sith Immortal. We'll put our base as Kuat. And preferably we want to build a few more. Oh, helps if I unpause it. Build some more Star Destroyers here.
Project is finished. The new
Now
ship
building those
upgrade
2 Star Destroyers is
installed.
going to put me over my naval capacity. So, how are we going to fix that? Unfortunately, oh, here we go. Imperial Naval Command Posts. We can start to build some of these on our worlds. You know what? I think I need more foundries. So let's kind of work on that next, I think.
Permission granted to on platform 327.
Are you guys done bombing this world yet? Or do you need... Nah, you don't even really need to bomb the world all that much. Another thing I'm thinking about, probably should work on getting some manner of
Our
army
ground
going
forces
for
will
Lord
become
Vader.
assault.
And the Commerce Guild is now part of the Empire as an Imperial sector. Now, Pickle is disappointed in me because I haven't been conquering systems. I've been vassalizing them. Let's see. Impressive engineering modifier? Okay, not bad. Now, one thing I want to check with these Imperial sectors. You can integrate them. Okay. And it looks like we can integrate them right from the start. So, that's very interesting. Not necessarily sure who we want to integrate first. I'm also going to take a moment to look at the Alliance screen here. So if we look at the laws, fleet contribution is set to none. Okay, so I know some people have mentioned that the fleet designer doesn't seem to be working. That kind of seems to be the case. Because looking at this, I mean, or at the very least, it's not meant for the Empire. But yeah, fleet contribution, the only option is none for the Galactic Empire. Taking a moment to look through any of these, if any of these would even be suitable. Probably the only thing I'd want to do would be the annexable members. But for that, we would need high centralization, which we don't have right now. Free migration, that's not really something that would be suitable for the Empire. Now, these president decides things, obviously that would probably help. Also, someone pointed out that the interstellar human assembly here is actually the Javin sector. So I still have no idea what exactly happened here. If they were involved in some kind of war, that's... But we weren't even playing all that long for them to be involved in a war to change them. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Alright, Pelion, let's see, your home is Rendili. So let's send you there. And Tarkin, your home is also Kuat. So let's send you there. Actually, you know what, we'll send you to Coruscant. And once they're back at their locations, we can sell some of the stuff that they may have. Or not sell. I'm thinking sell because I was on the market screen here. Repair some of the stuff that they have. Alright, so Vader right now has 4 Venators and an Acclamator in his fleets, but he still has quite a bit of fleet size available. Coruscant, do you have the droid assembly? You do not. Okay, so we'll do that then. And I still have 1 Bacta available. Get a quick moment to make sure I don't have that set up anywhere. No, okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll do the clinic on Coruscant. I admit I am tempted to go ahead and enable
Research completed.
just enable the stuff for these factions to, or not factions, sectors. The automation for the sectors is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm tempted to just allow that, but at the same time, I'm like, does not always make the best selections there.
Research completed.
So we got some new alliance perks. We have Imperial Diplomats, another Envoy, Imperial Diplomacy. Every member transfers 10% of their diplomatic weight to the President. That's kind of nice. And influence of the Empire goes up. Okay. Decrease cost for all Star Destroyer-sized ships by 10%. I think we'll do
We're
that.
going to need maintenance after this.
And speaking of Star Destroyer-sized ships, eventually we should probably, hopefully anyways, get the option to start recruiting some of those. Or some of the Star Destroyers besides the Venator, obviously. So, how are the Heathens looking? They are appearing overwhelming. Particularly their fleet value, or fleet power, is 11,312. If we compare that to our fleet power, only 2,000. So the Hapens do present a big threat. So perhaps what we want to do is consolidate the Tanab Authority in the Kingdom of Onderon, and see about
We're going
maybe
to need maintenance after this.
getting everything ready to take on the Hapens at some point here.
System reconnaissance has been completed.
Especially because we're not quite powerful enough to take on all of these pirate fleets yet. 43k, 62k. I mean, we have upgrades available, so we'll do those upgrades. Oh, we can unlock clearing the Jedi Temple. I'm guessing the purpose of that is to build
Per your
the
request, our ships have been
the Coruscant Imperial Palace. Okay. Population in Fondor is not happy with the recent developments. Well, we want to keep them happy, so send them new goods. You know, that's where we're supposed to eventually build our Super Star Destroyer, so definitely want them to be happy.
Constructing.
The new ship upgrades have been installed.
Oh, War Declaration. What? Wars rage to seize claimed enemy systems from the Confederacy. You
We've
want
received
sure?
reports of war within foreign borders.
And don't we have some borders around here that are we could probably expand upon? What? The transport delivering the goods to Fondor got attacked by pirates of the Pure Empire. They stole the goods, but left the crew alive after their efforts to recruit them failed. The population on Fondor didn't receive the goods, and it will remain unhappy for the foreseeable future. Damn it. Alright, Vader, let's send you out. Tarkin, you're still repairing. Pelion, you are doing the same. As for claims, let's see about doing some claims of our own. Why is this so expensive here? Oh, because it's near Corellia. Never mind, I see why it's expensive. Oh, that's all we can claim? Boo.
Enemy forces on our scopes.
First defense fleet from the Corporate Alliance has been detected on a direct course towards the Shardan system. A fleet of 6925. Well, that's a good target for Vader. Okay, so we have a couple targets going on here. It's the Corporate Alliance and the Confederate Remnant. Corporate Alliance is right here. What kind of claims have our allies made? A few of them. Not a whole bunch, but a few.
Permission granted to land on platform 327.
Our hostile action against the Republic Loyalists has come to an end. Aww. Well, I think we can continue our Imperial research projects. Start the projects. Alright, folks. Well, we're not quite there yet, so we'll call it here for today. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask them in the comments, or, you know, just leave any sort of comments. And leave a like as well, because it always helps the channel, and I always appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.